What is up? It's your girl Kelly coming straight at you out of Boston for the Queen Tarot B. And I'm here for the Pisces reading for mid-monthly, which is getting a little over mid-monthly just because we have a short month, but I'm here nonetheless. However, just a quick update. We are doing a contest. Whoever gets their video up to the most likes, I'm going to go into the comments and I'm going to choose somebody from the comments for a 1 hour free reading. So let's get those views and likes up. All right. If you need a personal reading, the information is in the box below. That's it. So I have come up with a new way of reading. And while I shuffle, I get major downloads. And so I'm just going to shuffle and tell you guys what I see. And then I'll pull 12 cards from the Set Them Worth the deck and we'll talk to the dead and see what we get. So I'm going to start shuffling for you, Pisces. Now, again, this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascending, Mercury, Venus, and pretty much whatever else you want it to be. Since I'm trying to explain to people that those planets are also very, very important because they make up how you handle love, how you handle relationships, how you handle certain things. So if you do need to go as far back as going into Mercury, Mars, Venus, that whole thing, then do what you got to do. Usually you'll find something in your rising or ascending though. So if this isn't, your message, don't make it fit. The other thing, no trolls. We don't have time. Subscribers here don't even care for you. They'll tell you off too. Yeah, so I'm going to start shuffling and just tell y'all what I see. Let's see what we come up with. All right. Can we get Pisces information in here? Pisces, the slippery fish. Pisces collective for the end of February 2019. Where does the time go? Last thing I knew, it was like December. And it's already the middle of February, almost the end. What do we have for the collective of Pisces? Give me that water energy elements. Okay, Pisces. Ooh. All right. Somehow I always end up with relationship readings. It's like I'm not allowed to do singles. And I feel like the relationship Dr. Phil here, I don't know. I guess that's what the divine think are the most important things is your relationship amongst others and your peers, the way you treat each other, the way you act toward each other. So I guess it makes sense, but my readings get heavy. Looks like somebody is very unhappy in a long-term commitment or marriage here, Pisces, but they're not acting out about it in the right way. They're not speaking about it. They're not speaking that truth. And I feel like that's, we've got the King of Swords in reverse here. And I feel like that's a male energy right now. And the kings and queens are interchangeable. It's just a matter of different energies. And so they're androgynous when it comes to sex. The king can be the queen can be the king. It's the energy that you're pulling in. I feel, though, this is kind of a strong male energy, though. Somebody there isn't speaking their truth. And you're at a point of the relationship where it's getting very nasty between you. Things are being said that can't be taken back. There's a lot of devastation, heartbreak. There's definitely some bad behaviors tied to whatever happened between the two of you. There's definitely some devil energy here. And all of this heartbreak is in the upright, which is telling me that this is something you're probably going through right now, or is coming. You're about to go through it. And so looking at this, this has a lot of devastation energy, but I feel like you were kind of expecting it for some reason. On some level, you were expecting that this was going to happen. So only you know why. But the promises were made and not kept here. And it looks like, somebody who you once appeared abundant to you, you no longer see that way. You see them as somebody who's backstabbed you, betrayed you. What is going on today? Backstabbed you or betrayed you or, did some real dirt behind your back. And this is somebody you once found abundant and loving and caring, and that you found out that You found out that they were offering um, that Ace of Cups, that cup of love to somebody else, and it had been going on a long time, and you were kind of the last to know. I feel like you were the last to find out that there was no love in your relationship or no love left. Because it shows finally, cutting off of a relationship here that no longer had love in it. And somebody was not speaking their truth on this or has not spoken their truth on this. I mean, that's, to me, it's very obvious. And I see this kind of being a judge as well, rather than just like a male figure. I see the Hierophant and I see the King of Swords in reverse, and it reminds me of a judge and a lawyer. It reminds me of, marriage and tradition, of course. But when I see this card can a lot of the time take up energy as an attorney and how you're trying to get to the truth of something, the truth of a matter. So some of you may be going through a divorce here, but there's definitely no love there. And it's telling you to stop. This, I mean, a chariot flipped over is broken down, and it's telling you stop right there. Stop fighting for this. This is the after tarot. So right before this, they were beating the shit out of each other with these sticks, and now they're sitting down and there's a negotiation there. So that's what I feel like is going on. You're recognizing the end of the relationship. There was somebody there that you didn't know about. There was somebody on the side that you didn't know about. And I feel like for some of you, this person could have been is pregnant. But you definitely didn't know about that person, and it came out. And this is you or your partner's energy. So cross watchers, just know that this could be your energy or your partner's. So don't be all up in the comments, because we already know if you're new to cross watching, the best thing to do is to observe and say nothing. Accept positive comments to other people, try to uplift them and things like that. Share your experiences. Anything positive like that is welcome. Just the other stuff, I ain't got time for it. And neither does anyone else, really. So, you see the end of it, and there's negotiation going on there. There's the card of Scorpio. Let me just throw a sign in there just so everyone will be happy. Making its appearance, but it's talking about the end of a relationship, the end of a situation. And this is the truth that probably was not coming out right here, was that there was this person on the side. There was a secret of this person being on the side. And for some of you, that person is probably pregnant. For some of you, that may not be the case. And for some of you, this may not even be your scenario at all. Don't try to make it fit. If I were you, I wouldn't want this scenario. So be glad if it doesn't roll with what's going on with your life. Anyway, this is coming to an end. This is seeing the death of a relationship, a cycle. And this right here is telling you, stop and negotiate, because the fighting is not going to get you anywhere. This right here is off to the side for a reason, because you need to move on. It's time for you to move past this person. They've done what they've done. You've done what you've done. I can't imagine both of you were entirely right in every part of the situation. And if you tell me you are, I'm going to call you on your bullshit. Because I know that, I'm a really nice person, but even I have really, really big flaws. Everybody does. And so you just have to acknowledge the shadow side and work with it. But it's telling me here that new knowledge needs to be gained. Sitting down and discussing and mediating, or, having the judge decide if you can't decide, is the best thing to do here for everyone involved. And I kind of see this as a child a minute ago. So I feel like there's children involved here for some of you, and you need to do the right co-parenting thing and share that idea. Co-parent. This is about your children. It's not about using your children as a weapon against each other. You can hate each other all you want, but don't use your children as a weapon against each other. Yeah, I feel like when you found out what was going on, it kind of came in succession, and you just took no steps toward this person. It was stop right there. All right, I'm done. And it was just quick to the point, like you just cut off. Like that was it. You cut up too. It was just like the minute you found out, just like all your walls went up and you were like, I'm done. Let me off the ride. And I'd have been the same damn way. It talks about really bad habits, treating people like possessions, treating people in a way that's miserly, like not allowing them space to breathe, not allowing them time to breathe or be themselves. It's like having them as a trophy, sitting there like in its resting place. And that's not what you want. That's not what you want, being treated that way. You don't want someone coming in your garden of life. You don't want someone coming in and ruining what should be a happy home. But it looks to me like someone already did. That to me is always the mistress card when I see that pop up. I don't know why, but it is. And this is a truth unspoken. And this is you not knowing about that. And so that's a big lie. And you're tired of someone coming in to your garden of life and ruining this. You want your life on the upswing. Now you're not willing to stay cloaked and armored and pretend like nothing's going on. You want out. You're finding out the truth and you want out. And it's like one of you had this idea of, if I keep working on this relationship, or if I keep working, or if I keep, and then all of a sudden, whatever happened here with this situation, little Miss Mistress who keeps trying to hide in the back there, it just came in and it automatically killed it. Like automatically just like killed that whole idea for you. This is a very, in your face attitude, a very, how would you call it? Like a very in your face attitude, but also like a very in your face type of approach, a very like kill it in the moment type of approach, like just dead stop it right there. And I feel like that's what happened with the communication as well. Okay, guys, so that's what I'm seeing shuffling. Yeah, they had options, couldn't juggle it all. Not a good juggler. Wouldn't do well in the clown circus in my head. And those secrets, they came out. There was no emotional victory getting with this person. Like there was no emotional victory there. Like you were not going to get to a better place with this person. You couldn't forgive them for what they did. And quite frankly, I don't blame you. I'm going to go ahead and pull a 12 card spread from the Santa Muerta deck. And let's talk to the dead and see what they have to tell you for this month or the rest of this month. Spirits of Santa Muerta, please join us. Tell me what it is I cannot see. I'm asking for clear and accurate information. A way that I can convey this that is pure truth. Thank you. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and shuffle the Santa Muerta deck and see what they have to say. All right, so one more shuffle, they said. Geez, it seems like everybody's got it really, really heavy this month, like in terms of relationships. It's like everything's gone crazy. I feel like I almost don't want to do anybody's readings because I know I'm going to have to give out all the bad news and I hate it. It breaks my heart and then I feel awful for you guys. I hate that. All right. So your entering energy is the King of Swords reversed. I want to see what comes up with that before I really get into what that card means in the spread. I need to take a look at what's around it. Okay, some of you are definitely dealing with the justice system here. No doubt in my mind now. You can't come to an agreement on money. You can't come to an agreement on the children. You can't come to an agreement on anything. And it looks like that justice is going to step in and take over. Definitely a lawyer there. Definitely. We've got the King of Swords, who to me always appears as an attorney or a lawyer when I see justice and stuff like that. And here we've got the Emperor in reverse. So, in the eyes of the dead, when you took something to court, you took it to the Emperor. At that time, you would have taken it to the Emperor. This is a time of royal families and things like that. So, you would have taken it to this Emperor, who's Empress. They also, are part of the royal family, and the 4 kings and 4 queens and everybody reports to these two. And so with this, they would have taken a legal matter to the Emperor. And so when I look at this deck, I look at it very, very differently, in the sense that back then, this is what they would have done. They would have taken it to the Emperor, the Pharaoh, whoever was ruling in their land at the time. And it shows that there's an injustice here, that there's an injustice. You guys can't come to a conclusion about hardly anything. Here's our One of Pentacles, our Ace, right? There's no new abundant beginning. There's no buried treasure, as you can see. There's just no getting anywhere. You're not getting past this here. And so, if you take a look at this, it just screams court case to me. But for those it's not a court case for, this appears to be somebody who stands in their power wrong. They abuse other people. They, whether it be mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever it might be here. Okay, and that fell sideways, so we're going to leave it sideways. Let's see what we got here. All right, so the second line, which is our current situation, if you will. This doesn't surprise me, because you guys are extremely intuitive as a sign. You're extremely empathic. You're a water sign. So, of course, you deal with, emotions, and, you're sensible when it comes to the heart and things like that. You're very soft sign. You're very kind. You're very soft spoken. Unless, of course, you have a sun a moon and a ascending that's a fire sign, and then you're probably out of control. But with this is the Knight of Swords again. So it's talking about thinking about this come in and kill it kind of behavior before you do it. Think about it before you do it. With that, is the Page of Cups. This Page of Cups cracks me up. Well, first of all, this guy cracks me up because I don't get the point of what he's doing. And that's the whole point of this card, is he's just kind of a risk taker, a bad boy, an in-your-face type of person, always needs to be the center of attention instead of doing his job type of thing. So this is the offer you got, right? This is why you rejected it. If you take a look at her cup, it's right there. And this is what she offered you with the spoon. It just has holes in it, and the emotion's dripping right back into the cup. So she intends to offer you nothing, this page. She intends to offer you zip. And that right there alone is enough. Like the Knight of Swords is the killer. But, the Page of Cups with a picture like that, I couldn't have said it better myself. The the 5 of Swords, it fell sideways. So right now, this tells me, again, it's still up in the air. A lot of things are still up in the air between you two. Maybe this just occurred. Maybe it's a tower moment that's happening if you're not married. But it tells me that, sometimes this is my asshole card. But this tells me that right now negotiations are still happening, but it's almost like being backed in a corner or not being backed in a corner type of thing. You know what I mean? So that's the way I see this card, as being backed in a corner, and not being able to admit you're wrong. So I see this as her stealing. She has her arm right there. So she's stealing these flowers and she's caught, but she still has her hand up. Like, even though she's wrong, she's willing to fight to the end for the wrong cause. And that's what I see here right now. And none of you are offering anything solid. Neither one of you. But you have to go with your instincts here. You have to go with what's going to be best for everyone involved. For some reason, I keep wanting to say that. I don't know what's going on with you guys personally, but I keep wanting to say that you have to do everything for everyone that's involved that's best. You need to come together and co-parent and find what's best for everybody. Here you've got temperance. And this is talking about the balance in your life. This is the ultimate divine balance. You need to bring this balance back into your life, because right now, this is what your life looks like. Instead of this being karma, I feel like this is a court system, or this is your significant other just moving you around. And I feel like you're not standing up to them. You're not saying anything. You're trying to keep the peace. But unfortunately, you have to understand that there comes a time when you have to put up boundaries with people. You need to show people how you want to be treated, because people will treat you any old way that they want. And most of the time that is wrong. They will treat you wrong because you allow it. If you do not allow it, and you do not allow it into your life, you do not end up in this scenario. So Pisces, think about this month, maybe putting up boundaries. Think about starting to learn how to say no. Once you say it once, it's easier to say it after that. I just learned that last year, how to say no. Now, for those of you in court cases, it doesn't look like the judgment's coming your way. It's going to come out, but it's not going to turn out the way exactly you want it. Which obviously is going to happen irregardless. I just mean that it may be not the turnout you want right now, but trying to control everything that it has to do with it is not going to help, because it's going to drive you crazy. So don't try to control everything that's with it. Let it flow. Whatever the situation is, this long-term relationship that you're in, let it flow. Let it happen the way it's supposed to. Sit back, breathe, vibrate higher in the fifth dimension, listen to some divine meditation music that has a high vibration to it, clear your negative blockages, listen to it while you go to sleep, and wake up the next day and just be in total balance, because things may not go the way that you want them to. But you have to know that. You have to understand that. And then you have the Chariot in the upright. They're telling you that once you get in this divine balance and you allow things to happen the way that they need to, that's a go. Remember, in the beginning, we had the Chariot reverse that said, no, this isn't right. Now you have the Chariot in the upright, guys. So now it's a go. Once you get your affairs in order, once you work on yourself and get through these things here, then it's a go. Make sure that this is the best for everyone involved. If some of you who do work with energies, don't try to manipulate it. Don't try to manipulate it in your favor, okay? Divine timing is here when the Judgment card comes up. The Justice card is here. The Emperor card is here. The High Priestess is here. Temperance is here. The Chariot is here. It's almost all major arcana. So tampering with this kind of thing is probably going to earn you something not so nice, probably, or a few things that aren't so nice. So that's what I have for you guys this month. Remember, for the most viewed video with the most likes, that I will be going into the comments and giving a 1-hour free reading to a random person. And I'm going to do that twice a month with the beginning of the month and the mid-monthlies. So that's what I have for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And this is your girl, Kelly, coming at you from Boston from the Queen Bee Well, no, I changed it to the Queen Tarot Bee, actually. So I guess I'm coming at you from the Queen Tarot Bee in Boston. I'll catch you next time.